What are sandboxes? Sandboxes are basically isolated replicas of your production org. It's a separate space where you can test, train, or experiment without worrying about affecting your real production data. Anything you do in a sandbox stays there. It won't break your live work. You can use sandboxes to build new features, test automation, run experiments, or even train users. And because they're separate, your live data and operations are fully protected and your business keep running smoothly. Sandboxes are important because they prevent disruptions to your live users. They also support complex development cycles and allow teams to work in parallel, like your admins, developers, testers, and other users can all work at the same time without conflicts. So, there are four main types of sandboxes in Salesforce, which is developer, developer pro, partial copy, and full copy. Each type of sandbox has different storage limits, refresh schedule, and what they copy from production. So let's go one by one. If we talk about developer sandbox, the developer sandbox is the simplest. Um, it means like it only copies metadata, it doesn't copy data. Metadata can be things like objects, fields, flows, page layout. It's no real data. It can refresh daily, so it's great for testing small changes. You can build flows, you can try out new code, new Apex code. So you can think of it as your personal playground. And then we can have Developer Pro Sandbox. So Developer Pro Sandbox is similar to Developer, but it is bigger. It only copies metadata, but it can give you more storage for test records and files. We can use it for advanced development. We can run larger unit tests, or we can even simulate real user scenarios. But it also refreshes daily. Then we have partial copy sandbox. It can give you metadata plus a sample of your production data. They are great when you need realistic records of testing like UAT or integration testing. Uh, Partial copy sandbox can refresh every 5 days and can use moderate storage. So it's a middle ground between a simple dev sandbox and a full production sandbox. And then we have full sandbox. It is a complete copy of your production org, uh, which is like metadata plus all your data. It is perfect for large project, large businesses, multi-team releases, and performance testing, scalability testing. Uh, it can take refreshes uh, a little longer, like every 29 days, because it's a full replica. So different now the question arises, like how many sandboxes you can have. So different Salesforce edition comes with different number of sandboxes. Developer sandboxes are usually bundled, while developer pro, partial, and full can be purchased as add-ons depending on your edition. This gives you flexibility for your teams and projects. So like you can buy additional developer pro sandboxes for any edition, or partial or full sandboxes for enterprise unlimited and performance editions. And developer sandboxes aren't available for purchase, but they can be bundled with add-on sandboxes. Like we can have 5 developer sandboxes with developer pro sandbox, and then partial copy sandbox add-on is bundled with 10 dev sandboxes, and with full sandbox add-on we can bundle with 50 developer sandboxes. So Yeah, and then we can create a sandbox in our Salesforce org by following just simple steps. So to create a sandbox, you just need to go to setup in your production org. You need to search for sandboxes, uh, and then you can create a new sandbox. Just give it a name, choose the type of the sandbox that you want, if it is partial or full. You can use a template to select which data to include. So, and there you go, it's quick and easy. And now the question arises, like, how to choose the right sandbox for our business needs. When you are picking a sandbox, you mainly need to consider four things. First is, do you need data? uh, you need to think like whether you need data or only metadata. Developer pro is fine if you just need metadata, but if you need real records to test with, you can go with a partial copy or full. And then, how often will you refresh your sandbox? So developer and developer pro can be refreshed daily, partial copy every 5 days, and then we can refresh full sandbox every 29 days. So you need to align the refresh schedule with your release schedule. And then, what is the project size and complexity? So developer sandbox can go with small type of changes for medium projects, and developer pro or partial can go for like medium to large project. And if you need complex and much larger projects, then you need to go with full sandbox. And then we need to see like who is using your sandbox. So we need to match the sandbox type to the type of users, uh, 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 users who are going to access that sandbox, like admins, developers, testers, or certain kinds of sales or service project teams. So just to summarize everything, like Salesforce sandboxes are really important for safe development, testing, training, and deployment, because they let our project teams innovate, to write complex configurations, to write custom code while protecting the production is not touched during development. And we can use these sandbox capabilities using certain tools like DevOps Center. We can use data masking techniques. uh, we can use scratch orgs. So sandboxes help our team collaborate efficiently. It gives us ability to develop, to test things effectively, and to reduce the risk in production.